Okay, for letter E, we're going to look at 14x and 2x. Okay, so those are not opposites. I can make opposites there. 5y and negative 3y, I can make these 15s, but that would be a little bit more work to do. So I'm going to concentrate on the x's. So if I want to, okay, I'm going to keep the top, 14x. So let's go ahead and rewrite that equation. Okay, my goal is to make this 2x the opposite of 14, so negative 14x. And the question is how? How do I do that? So what times 2 makes negative 14? And that's negative 7. So then I would multiply that, okay? And then negative 7 times negative 3 is positive 21y. And then negative 7 times negative 29 is 203. So then we can see that those would cancel, and then you could combine if you had to. All right, letter F. This one actually should be a little bit simpler. Okay, we can't cancel. Very close to canceling. And then this one doesn't matter right now. So here, I'm going to keep the bottom one the same. But I need to know what times 4y would give me a negative 4y. And that has to be negative 1. So if I distribute a negative, I get positive 5x, negative 4y, and positive 12. And as you can see, we have opposites. Okay, letter G. On this one, we check again. Do we have opposites? No. No. So now I have to decide. Do I want to try to make this opposites or this one opposites? It doesn't really matter. So I think we're just going to go with this one, the y's. Okay. So if I want to make this well, 2 and 5, what can 2 and 5 get to? They can make 10. So I am going to try to make that a positive 10y. And I want to make this a negative 10y. All right, so for 2y to make 10, we'd multiply by 5. Okay. For negative 5 to make negative 10, we have to multiply this by 2. So now, let's distribute. So 5 times 3x, 5 times 2y, and 5 times 15. Okay, 2 times negative 8x, sorry, 4x is negative 8x, negative 10y, and negative 26. So then you can see we could cancel out the 10s. Okay, letter H. Again, we have to decide, do we want to cancel x's or do we want to cancel y's since they're not opposites? Now, if I went with the y's, 4 and 7 can make 28. So we could try to do a negative 28 and a positive 28. But if I look at my x's, I already have one negative and one positive. So this is better to work with. Plus, 3 and 2 can make 6. So that's a much smaller number to work with. So if I want to make this negative 3x a negative 6x and the 2x a 6x, what do I need to multiply to make the negative 6 and the positive 6? So at the top, negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. And at the top, or at the bottom one, 3 times 2 makes positive 6. So now I could go ahead and distribute. So 2 and then my 3 at the bottom And that's it for that part.